Hey, what's good, YouTube? It's your man Ronan. Use the code Ronan10, and that'll be your passport to the A game lifestyle. Helps you grow vitality, strength, focus, and libido. Now, before I get into it, I want to let you guys know that now that my laptop is up, there's been a whole lot of issues going on with it for a good minute, but I've been offline taking care of that business, and now that my mic is good, my camera is straight, I can really start working into my creative side and setting my thumbprint creatively in order to separate myself in a way to where I can support my team in an effective manner. Much love to the subscribers, both old and new. Well, you already know the deal. Help your brother's channel grow. I'm looking forward to putting up fire content and doing my best to help my brothers, my peers, in many ways possible. I made a point to announce on 5th of Benediction, shout out to the bishop, my A-game brother, and the rest of the A-game family, that as best as I can, I'm going to be my brother's keeper. And I'm the type of dude that if I can lend a hand to my peers, so be it. Be it something small or whatever I can do within my range. That's the level of respect and fealty I have to my brothers. Because I'm getting sick and tired personally of seeing us catching hell and people monetizing our, not just mediocrity at our expense, but making money on our broken and bloody bodies. But with that, you already know what the deal is going on out here. And the topic of today, I'm going to discuss about the F19 Winter that is set to come. See, if you've been under a rock, which I doubt, you already know what's going on. You have individuals out here who blindly worship, pledge blind fealty to established failures. Now, Fresh and Fit are one of many out here, and thankfully they're being called out. Because as men, and we talk about masculine men, we're talking about men of principles and purpose, men of high esteem. We don't take a back seat when intentional fuckery is afoot. Now, when we talk about masculine light, I want to use this as an example. Think of the sun, a massive star that its gravity, its presence, is able to keep the solar system aligned as we know it. And me being, an admitted nerd, the universe itself is outright chaotic. Not just within this system, but there's a level of chaos that is manageable. You have the planets doing what they do. They have their respective characteristics. They're able to thrive, in a sense, all this time. Then you have individuals who use their masculine light with the equivalent of a heat lamp at a local fast food restaurant. And what I mean by example is you have individuals who like to reheat weather-beaten rhetoric. There are these panel parrots that blindly repeat talking points without adding merit to it. You have guys who cling to openly boast and abuse ashy dick analytics, stats to women that could give a care less. There are guys who are so immersed in punani politics that they fail to realize they're literally fucking themselves out of great opportunities to become better men, opportunities to turn these ethnic outposts that we dwell in, and I'm talking to you, my brothers who are melanated, into actual thriving communities. You're missing out on opportunities to pass on sound legacies. putting weight to your name, to when people speak it, it means something of substance, not just in deed, but the wealth amassed in the support of your purpose. Men are actually forged. Most people identify you as male by the external, by your gonads, by certain characteristics, and so on. But when you look into it, you will know what a man really is when you are able to see or get a glimpse of what's within. So you already know I'm going to bring the chart. We're talking about value system. See over here, the A-Gang family and many supporting affiliates out here in a similar way, how they perceive it. Masculine men uphold values, but mainly the men that are about something establish these, the eternal five. So when we talk about dwelling, we might not be in the places that we want to be, but we take pride of where we're at. See, as masculine men, we look to see what that man is about here and here, and how he expresses that through his actions, words, and intent. If those three don't work in concert, 99.9% of the time, that individual is full of shit, as we're seeing with Fresh and Fit. See, it might be cool now to disassociate yourself from certain individuals because everyone else is doing it. But the thing is, as a man, you should know within yourself, your core values, the level of system, order, and structure you have for yourself, the standards that you uphold for you, not just in the defense of you, but the representation of you. You'll waste no time cutting people the hell off. There are plenty of people that I thought were cool. Some I thought as mentors, some as family members, some I might have been in the same unit in. But if our ideologies clash heavily, if what I stand on is a complete opposition to what that individual's on, that's a problem. I've been in the business with individuals who are not spiritually rooted. Now, we end up losing the business, but the amazing thing is, because of my principles, with their underhanded tactics, they wrote me out of the business. But they end up eating the debt acquired by the fall of the business. See, that's what helps separate individuals from purpose to people who are bound by bullshit. When we talk about 10 life values, you got men who are defenders of a code. They uphold it. They protect everything they love, what they work for, and what they stand for. But this brings me to the F19. And as always, we look to cite our sources. Shout out to the lovely The Crimson Cure, who is a feminine ward, which we'll have to do a video and explain the necessity of those. She coined the phrase F19 as an F ninja, and I'm pretty sure you can read in between the lines. And what you're seeing today is the rise of the F ninja. These are individuals who will fall on the sword on some loose propaganda that does not befit them. Individuals who have shown as late will stand on bullshit. It's no different than a dude standing on a toilet seat that is nestled in quicksand. Some individuals figure like they're no punk, they ain't no bitch. But see, in F19, you can readily identify who he is by how he thinks and how he moves. Again, I said a man is forged by time, experience, and eventual mastery, willing to own up to his mistakes, willing to be patient with the process of himself, because masculinity is about evolution. However, when you're F19, it's about de-evolution. Instead of using his foresight, fortitude, and focus in unison among other elements that make a great man. They're worried about instant gratification. These individuals are often slaves to their foreskin. These individuals are the raw dig doofies that get online and piss and moan about access to ass. Above all else, some of them work hard to be Jonathans. Some of them want to be grandfathered into them gushy guts because he graduated from a school. But we're going to go back to the chart again. See, with masculine men, before I get on the F19s, spiritual, he's got to know who he is and what he stands on. This is paramount. This is the keystone to what makes a man versus a maggle, who is a male gynocrat. See, over here at the A-Game family, I have peers that ensure that I stay spiritually rooted. I can do it to myself to an extent, but I know there are times where I might falter, because they have my best interest at heart, which I believe a lot of brothers out here have similar situations too. You got people who want you to be better, hold you to a standard, and expect you to represent that as you are representing them. They teach you how to respect yourself. If you don't have the spiritual, none of this matters. If you're spiritually bankrupt, if you're these individuals who will prostitute your purpose and your presence, no doubt your health will be compromised. So will your family, your appearance, which you're seeing right now in real time, your dwelling, which is an expression of how you value yourself. Your mobility would be limited, because right now, with the fresh and fruity goofiness, they're more likely to reach some legal issues. Oh, and I'm going to get on you F19s right now. All of you pledging fealty to failed, established failures, collateral damage comes with you being a pawn. You internet sycophants. You cyberspace commandos. See, when you go out here harassing people in the name of a failed empire, and granted, there might be guys who might say the right shit, but a broken clock is right twice a day. There are many of men throughout my time to this point have taught me great things, but because of where they stood morally or interpersonally, I had to excuse myself from them because they poorly misrepresented me. I went into business with an F19 who was being the hood version of Johnny Appleseed, knocking up young women across the board, breaking up homes. I've even witnessed him doing some things to where, like, you know what, I had to question myself because my reputation was at stake. And while you're seeing brothers out here distance themselves from these F19s, this is something you need to do naturally for yourself as men. It speaks volumes of what you stand on. Do you have principles? Do you have purpose? Do you have focus? Do you have direction? Are you able to trust your intuition? Or are you just mere internet escorts, looking to get what you can for cheap and barely wipe your ass when you get fucked? And so there's individuals out here who are going to learn real quick when you dismiss foresight, when you lack discipline and dignity, the collateral damage is heavy. See, some of y'all are going to experience a cold winter indeed. The very thing you prophesized, you're starting to feel that chill. It's hitting close to the bone. You individuals who want to go to war on the behalf of males, who are too busy clout fishing, who wouldn't even piss on you just to put you out if you was on fire. Cost of living lies is exceedingly high, fellas. And it's so high that you can have over 1 million roommates and none of you motherfuckers will ever afford it. This is what you're seeing in real time right now. See, if you're a stand-up man, the truth is the truth. And this is why you can't always believe individuals who call themselves red pill. See, there are many instances in my life, and I'm using myself for example. I was force-fed the red pill, swallowed. You have individuals who you wanted to pledge your fealty to, who didn't mean you no good. They use a stun gun in the back of your neck to test it for a fucking party that you weren't invited to. Take this pill. Relationships. One nearly cost me my sanity. The other one nearly cost me in my life. Take this pill. Anytime I'm associated with individuals, whether overt or covert, you go out there and you try to start your day and you have 4 undercover cops draw guns on you because of mistaken identity, allegedly. It has happened more than once. It's the truth. The unedited, unsweetened truth. You must develop an appetite for. It's cool for men to actually have the external 5. That agency. It's not just spiritual, it's part of the mobility too. Being able to move around, not just yourself, but your money. And other things pertaining to you to live the fullness of life. Then you talk about your education. It isn't just being book smart. It talks about being street smart. Talk about learning yourself. You never stop learning. Masculinity, again, is about evolution. And you have to learn things about yourself. You're not always going to get it right. But you got to be willing to stand up, own your mistakes, and be willing to pass something on to your brothers. Appreciate the necessity of rites of passage. Never allow yourself to be immersed in the fog of failure. See where you messed up. Dust yourself off. Redeem your time. That's what we're supposed to do as men. Then you talk about your profession. We do what we do for money. Every man knows money is a currency. It helps with everything else. It makes things fluid. You might not have a whole lot of money, but you gotta make your money work. In this age of the internet, there are many ways to make that happen. But that comes into the knowledge, understanding the education, learning the game, not just financially, but learning how to survive and endure in this very anti-man, hostile environment. Then we talk about your leisure. That leisure is supposed to give you that creative spark. Your leisure is supposed to show people that you're able to unwind and show a little bit of your spirituality. What is this man like? Why does he fight so hard to reclaim his zen? It helps with your health. See, if you grind yourself to a pulp, your body's going to start stealing the vitality for you just to help you survive. We should not be fighting ourselves to live. We should be living the fullness of life, which helps leisure, brings levity to you. If you're able to laugh at yourself, that's a wise man, because he's not allowing stress to destroy him like a cancer. You're talking to someone who is this close to an aneurysm. I'll never go back there again, not willingly, nor are other people. Then we talk about your wealth. It isn't just financial wealth. It helps to understand the wealth of information. And unlike these F19s out here who want to get out here and harass women or other people, be these keyboard cowboys, and put themselves not just in danger in many ways, but people they hold dear, or at least they're trying to hide from. When you're F19, you're outright selfish. You love instant gratification. You can give a damn about accountability or social, system, order, or structure. That's not fun. That gets in the way of things. What the thing is, you guys are willing to die to live a lie. And that's what you dumb fucks over there who sit there and support Fresh and Fruity and all these prosperity preachers both on this space and abroad. You must vet everybody. You're not going to agree on everything, but if they sit there and support your principles, if they put you in a position to be a better man, some of the gritty hard truth that you might not be ready for, but over time, like, you know what, I'm glad I can learn from this. That's what we need to be vetting, fellas. Are they worth the time, the toll, the trouble, and the threat? Shout out to Stay Sleep. Because now you had individuals who took it upon themselves to support a bullshit idea and a banner. Their threat level's off the charts. But it's not just them. They cast a dark shadow on all of us as men. Even if we out here about the right, they're not gonna they're not gonna sit there and make a difference. They don't give a shit. There is a threat. It's here now. I can't say if it's manageable, but it would start by distance yourselves from F-19s. F-19 radiation is deadly, as you will soon see in the coming weeks, months, and maybe years. They're not worth the toll. See, these goofy niggas, these F-19s, they like to take shortcuts. See, misery is their ministry. They don't want to put in the work. We've had pushback from individuals who don't want to do interpersonal work, and that's where the toughest labor lies, but the most sweetest success that can be brought not just within yourself, but beyond. And then when you don't take care of things and don't view yourself as worth the time, you're going to lose it. Some of you are going to lose it by legal prosecution. Some of you are going to lose your time by an individual you're calling out that you didn't want no smoke with, and you know in the streets you have asthma. And they're going to steal not just your time, but your vitality, among other things. I want to say in closing, aside from support from the Black Manosphere magazine that you can see in Amazon and Kindle, I'll talk about issues that we deal with. Because this is a glossary edition right here. Because we're talking about men, we're getting back to these issues right here. And as you can see, before all this goofiness, we have been fucking up. If we're really about men, if we're really about forward progress as we say we are, number one, it starts with us. We gotta unfuck ourselves. I'm not the same man I was in November. And thankfully to Dr. Holman, the A-Game family, brothers like LAR Movement, Red Saves the Blues, and a myriad of other brothers out there, be it overtly or just in passing. There are men out here who are actual difference makers. Guys who don't have to lie to get cheap clout or panhandle for pussy. Or they have a broad swath of influence and information that can help sculpt you into be better men. I'm a testament to that because I'm learning and listening to these individuals. We got to vet out people's material because it is a reflection of what's in here and here. There has to be more than just worrying about punani politics. This is why I say two of many things I say to my brothers. Never allow your comfort zone to become your coffin. It always takes a pussy to expose and control one. And in this case, you have a pair of dry, itchy pussies who are surrounded by an army of them who are not only looking to get fucked, but fuck up things in this space for actual men who are looking to redeem their time and themselves, their presence here in a world that hates us. These are things we have to really consider, fellas. On this channel, I deal with things with the 10 life values. I deal with things with men's health, as I'm using this as a journal to show progress in getting to where I need to be and exceeding my standards, which I wish to extend to my brothers. We gotta lead by example, and that goes into the veterans that I talk about. Many things to avoid, many things that can help. If I don't ever have the information, I make it a point to find out, not just by myself, but along with my peers who need it. If I'm about being my brother's keeper, I make myself available at genuinearticle@gmail75. I'm not here being a prosperity pastor, berating people to monetize bullshit. I want to see brothers win. And for many years it has pissed me the fuck off to see the goofiness exceedingly rise into this point. And it makes me wonder sometimes, when does it end? Until now. So I have no excuses. I'm going to say something. And whether somebody feels some kind of way or not, we'll address it as men. But as far as this channel and the A-Game family and a myriad of others who are only vetting themselves, but their actions, words, and intent working consistently in this space and beyond, it is my suggestion you listen to them. We're not all perfect, but we aspire to learn, to become better, to be better. Unlike these internet pussies who are too busy twerking their wallets and clapping their ass cheeks in people's DMs, pissing and moaning about insignificant issues because that's all they know. They live lies. They're slowly eating them up. Is there hope for them? That's entirely onto them. But those who are looking to move forward, that's what we're going to do. Unapologetically. And not worried about or needing someone's fucking permission. I wish I could say I was disappointed with what I'm seeing, but unfortunately I can't. But I do know this. This is one of many channels who are promoting black male agency, men's rights activism, help to your fellow man from Wall Street to Martin Luther King Street, keeping us from being spiritually impaired mules of provision. And unlike most, I wish to be held accountable for what I'm talking about. We don't just talk it, we walk it. And if we fall, we pull each other up. That's who the fuck I am. And that's who I surround myself with. So salute to you guys, Abba Preach, brothers who are for progressive, although we may not agree on everything. If you're a stand-up man, I got respect for you. Continue to stand up. Continue to call bullshit when you see it. We know about the smell and do understand we don't like the smell of it to taint who we are as men. So you already know what it is. Leave comments in the comment section or hit me up on emails where discuss a topic or we sit there and chop it up. Because I'm starting to get real better at this social media thing. I gotta be more professional. And I'm gonna take the advice and direction of my peers to become better to present better, to lead better. I don't mind making a profit, doing what I need to do, doing what I love to do. But what brings me the most fulfillment is seeing my contributions help create a testimony. A man who could speak on that I was able to help breathe life into a situation or lead him to somewhere where he was in a better position rather than being used as a pawn of convenience. I've gone on long enough, but you already know what it is. It's your man Ronan, and you already know I'm gonna drink a fifth of fuck it every day. So as you feel some kind of way, you're encouraged to jump off a building and deep throw the fire hydrant. That's if you're a gynocrat. So, all you white knights, tender dicks, and simps, choke on a sick dick personally, because these actions out here are outright disgusting. But we need this separation. So we're gonna find out who's who. Until then, simplify.